When your morning starts, make sure to look around for the right company to serve you everything you need to know about what's happening around you. That's why you need VOP this morning, because we will climb this far to give you a voice in what's going on, from news, reviews, politics and the economy, sports, and even entertainment. Join us weekdays, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on VOP TV. VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
And we are live on your screen this morning, all right, on your phones, on your tabs, we're live. Good morning to you. Welcome to VOP this beautiful Friday morning, reaching you from the city of Lagos, where we're broadcasting from. I'm Moses Humphrey.
And I'm Master Nachiyo Kafo. I don't know why Moses keeps intimidating me with his outfits. I'm beginning to feel jealous, you know. I don't know why.
I'm African.
You're intimidating me and I don't like it.
I imbibe the African culture.
Yes, you do, and that's too much. It's too much hotness.
Gentlemen, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, good morning, Lagos, Nigeria, and beyond. It's a beautiful morning. And again, let me comment on this outfit. So I want to ask.
I don't go agree for now.
Moses is oppressing us.
They say no grief for. Okay, anyway, there's this report about no grief for anybody. You know, since the beginning of the year, a lot of people have been saying it.
Yeah.
What was the police saying again?
They said it poses threats to the people. The police poses threat to the people. And it's inciting.
Yes,
more
and
like
we might have another second NSAS protest.
Exactly.
Yes,
but then
we should not stop saying it.
The defense HQ has come out to say
no grief for terrorists,
no grief for bandits, no. I mean,
so you see,
I would rather stay with that really, because that is securing the nation, which is the primary assignment of these people.
Of course.
Saying no grief, I think I will not agree for anybody who comes to terrorize me. And you are feeling
that's better.
All right, then. Well, we have the papers. We'll be going into the papers very, very shortly. In fact, as we go into the papers, let's let you into what we'll be talking about today. On the show today, we'll be looking at the decision by the Supreme Court on the fate of 7 governors. All right, that's one of the topics we'll be talking about today.
Yeah, and then the governor, Bala Mohammed, has come out to say that Nigeria can earn forex by exporting doctors.
There you have it. There you have it. Oh well, let's don't forget that you can be part of this conversation. All right.
Yeah, of course. On YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV, and on other social media platforms, we are VOP TV Live. So go follow, like, comment on our content, and join the family.
Join the family. Join the conversation.
Yeah.
Now let's dive into what we have from the cover pages of the papers.
All right, so moving on, we're starting off with Daily Trust. There's a lot to talk about in the country right now, and Daily Trust has come out to say on the banner headline, security beefed up as Kanu, Plateau, 6 other governors, no fate today. And then the subwriter says, CPS, others call for calm, winners, appellants upbeat, the issues at stake. All right, on top of the nameplate, we have village head, son, 8 others killed in Katsina. Army denies allegation of poor feeding of troops. Bandits abduct 23 in FCT. Worry over 50% TSA deductions from aviation agencies. Educate, don't spare anybody, Obi tells Tinubu. Okay. Man arrested for stealing 20 cartons of Quran Hadith in Kwara. Okay, 20 cartons. ICJ hearing. South Africa wants Israel held accountable for genocide in Gaza. And that's all we have for Daily Trust this morning.
All right, now the Edu Gates
yeah,
kind of sounds hilarious. Well, that's what it has become. Everyone is commending the president for this move.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that there is some sort of transparency now.
Yeah.
And the president intends to fight corruption.
Fish out everybody.
Yes, which is what we didn't see in the previous administration.
Oh, well.
In the previous administration, it was more of the president not even being aware when some things have happened.
But again, I look at it from the angle of the fact that it's not just this lady that's been invited for this kind of situation.
Yeah.
A lot of persons have frowned at it. Why use her as a scapegoat? That there are quite some other persons who have had so much around them and that they are not called to books.
But then, if I can recall properly, I think she got the form for the presidential form at a point, right? And then she stepped down for the president. And seeing the relationship, I'm kind of surprised that she's the one being attacked at
In
this.
politics,
She
there
got
are
a
no
presidential
permanent
form.
threat.
Yes.
I'm not certain about that, but
Yeah.
I think she did, and then she stepped down.
I'm also not privy to that. But then,
Yeah.
in politics, you don't have permanent friends. You don't have permanent enemies.
So she's more like a scapegoat right now,
well,
because there's a lot going on around her.
well, that's why they call for everyone involved to be tried and exposed. That's why we have the court. So if there are other people involved,
She should
we'll
call
get to
names.
know. We'll get to know. We'll get to know.
And again, one important thing that I think we should also consider is not just inviting these people. People should be prosecuted. One or two persons should go to jail. This way we can say justice is duly served. Because like it or not, this is taxpayers' money.
When we talk about going to jail, not a special kind of going to jail, like real-time jail. Real-time jail.
All right, then let's get into another paper now. Let me take these headlines from the Punch newspaper.
Okay.
The Punch newspaper has its banner headline: Union, Polaris, Keystone, CBN plans shareholder summit, compiles new directors list. Apex Bank to discuss bank's future with stakeholders. New chairman, EDs to be named soon. And then there's a pictorial there that talks about Nigerian Bar Association protest march. That's what you have on the banner being carried out by the protesters. Assault a lawyer and go to jail. There was a time when. Now this is the rider here is Lagos NBA protesters storm police HQ over brutality against lawyers. There was a time when, if one is driving in front of you, and you see a sticker on their vehicle,
The
I'm a
NBA
lawyer,
sticker.
you just know, okay, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
Because this person can drag you.
Yeah.
They can literally drag you.
Yeah.
So, but now, what is happening? Is it that we've lost respect for certain professions, that lawyers are being brutalized?
Was it possible?
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's quite strange because the revered profession of the lawyers is one that not only the police, not only any security agencies, everybody should be able to not only identify with, but respect and love, because they help us to get justice, right? But if we now see that security officers are one time or the other brutalizing these people, and well, we talk about the lawyers. I mean, are we also going to talk about how some of our colleagues are brutalized?
Journalists as
Yeah,
well.
journalists.
I mean, we saw that at the past election. So many to talk about. But the truth is, I personally like this protest. It goes a long way to make a statement that, look, however you guys want to do it, stop this. Right?
As long as the protest is
If
peaceful.
you need to educate your people, educate them. I mean, you shouldn't brutalize anybody. So that's really a big one for me. And I am in support of it. I'm totally in support of it.
I particularly think a law enforcement agent should be they should be spoken to. All right, they should be talked to. They should be re-educated.
Yeah, that's
because
about
I think some of them have forgotten what they are there to do. Some of them feel, okay, because they have the guns and they have the
uniform.
Yes, they have the audacity to intimidate. Now there are good ones. All right?
Of course.
There are good ones, but there are those that tarnish the image of the profession.
Yeah.
Let's just respect one another, really, regardless of what profession you're in or
Exactly.
who you are in the society.
Exactly.
Mutual respect.
Yeah.
If you approach someone, I mean, we know how it's done in other climes, where if the police is talking to you, they add please to it. Please step out of the car. Please go there.
I saw one yesterday, and my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to keep the name of the area more.
Okay,
on this
no
part.
problems.
The policeman was practically forcing himself into
vehicle.
the vehicle, where of course the driver was still seated.
Yeah.
They stopped him. He stopped already, and he was trying to force himself into the vehicle. And I wonder, if you do this,
That's embarrassing.
how would the citizen respect you?
That's the thing.
I mean, so much is need to be said here
Yeah.
on the part of security. I honestly think that the government should also do more, right? First off, they need to help these guys with reorientation. Like you mentioned earlier, rightly
That's the
mentioned,
word I was looking for,
it is-
reorientation.
it is best that
Yeah.
these guys are carefully.
And not just anybody should be recruited into
Yes.
the police
Okay.
force or
You know?
the uniformed agencies. Like, you
Not
don't just put anybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we still have some more headlines from the Punch newspaper. We'll take them. But in the meantime, let's join Tosin Ejalonibu, who is on the streets of Lagos right now to feel the pulse of Nigerians. Good morning to you, Tosin.
Good morning, everyone. It's an interesting day today in Lagos. I'm here to get the reactions of people here on what the news headline they find interesting. A couple of things in the news this morning. We have the Supreme Court having their judgment this morning. We have Better Edu is back in the news also. There's news about Ajakuta in the news this morning. But the major one is about the Supreme Court. Our Supreme Court judges, the 7-man panel, are going to be giving the judgment on 8 governorship elections in the state. And I'm here to get the reactions of people on what they think, what interests them in the news this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
What's your name?
I'm Chief Michael Junaka.
Please, what interests you in the news this morning?
I see the reactions about the seven governors about the election, and many of them, I don't think said they win the election. So I want to know how far about it, and they're interested on the news because so many there for that election right from beginning.
Can you talk about one that you find interesting, that's really important to you?
This Lagos State APC, they want to cover all the state by all means. So they do so many magomago to cover it by all means.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You can hear from Chief Mike. The Supreme Court is what interests him this morning, and he's so much concerned about the Supreme Court judgment of the election in Lagos, which is the state where he resides. Back to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tosin.
You feel the pulse of the citizens on the street, and then you ask yourself one question: do they still believe that there is hope for the Nigerian citizenry?
Oh, well, I would like to say in response
For them.
yes, I would like to say yes. Nigerians still believe.
Yeah.
Nigerians still have hope. It's just there's still hope.
That's
can
the only
it
thing
can
that's
only
left
get
with
better.
man. That's about the only thing that's left with the man. I mean, hope for a better tomorrow.
After all, what we have is renewed hope, isn't it?
Yes,
Right.
you're right.
Right.
All right, some more headlines from the Punch newspaper. On top of the banner plate, we have a humanitarian ministry, EFCC summons 20 directors, others. Tension in Kano as Supreme Court decides Yusuf's fate today. Foremost industrialist, Okoya clocks 84.
Oh, wow.
Advises FG on economy. Wow. Congratulations to Okoya there. Sir Okoya. All right then. Some more headlines here. Widows of soldiers killed in 1992 plane crash demand compensation. Netizens mourn as female banker kills self, pens suicide note. TB Joshua made childless couples to exchange spouses. ex-worker. Now, did you guys see the picture, the story of the female worker who took her own life within the banking
Premises.
yes, and then
Yeah.
she cited hardship. I think there's more. There's more to it.
That.
I mean, you have a job.
Yeah.
Was she sacked? Well, I don't have details of the story. I don't know if you.
Same here.
if you-
Same here. I've been trying to see how best I can get and lay my hands on.
Was
the
she
women.
laid off? Because she has a job.
Is it
No,
really?
there's-
Yeah.
No, go, no.
Like you said, she has a job, but most of the times, is it really about having a job? Maybe there's a couple of things that she's going through. Maybe the job is not even paying as well as she expected it to,
But-
and then
but-
she has a lot of family issues. But you still have to just keep working because I
But the
mean you have to
truth of the
pay
matter
bills.
is-
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you,
Yes.
David. The truth of the matter is a lot of jobs don't pay.
What you're worth.
What you expect them to pay.
Yeah.
Most times, all you have at the end of the day is just transportation. You know, before the end of the month, you are owing again, and then it's a cycle. There's a story about a lot more people losing their jobs in
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
We'll probably see it in one of the dailies. But is that even enough? You were going to say something. David.
But you know what I want to say here is so first let's identify the situation around the country. If for now you are earning a particular figure, what you're left to do is to tell yourself the truth. Living above your means at this time is not safe anymore. I mean, I'm not even talking having 2-3 streams of income. That's even far from it. But you would try. You need to try.
Do Nigerians even live above their income right now? Like with
Jesus,
the way the country
a
is.
lot does. A lot does.
Okay.
A lot does. A lot does feel the money comes, let's just spend it, and but you know it's just what it is. Common sense is not common. Just cut your quote according to your material, right? And that's what I can say.
You know something? I was somewhere some time back.
Yeah.
And it was like a restaurant.
Okay.
You know, and then I was overheard the worker, the lady who served me, I overheard her having a conversation with a colleague, and she was talking about how much she was being paid. Apparently, what started the conversation was the person. You know, they have like an agent that get the job, and then the agent gets something at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now the agent that got her the job came there. He came there to demand for his money.
Okay.
And you know there was this shouting. They talked at each other, and then the guy left in anger that he was going to come back and he must get his money. So when he left, she started, you know, explaining to her colleague that imagine he promised her accommodation. There is no accommodation. That what they have here is a store where they get to sleep. Mosquitoes, they don't even have. They have just one window. There's no fan, and then mosquitoes. That it's just suffering. And how much is she even collecting? She's collecting 25,000 naira, and then he wants to collect a percentage of it.
Most of them collect 50%.
15% and
50,
thereabout.
50.
Whoa.
Yeah,
And
I know that
in my
one very
head,
well.
I'm like, you're earning 25,000 naira after 30 or 31 days,
Is that for transportation
and
or
you still have to
feeding?
give this guy for the next 6 months part of it. How much then do you have to take care of yourself?
Wow.
Oh well.
Wow.
Oh well. Let's. Okay. Well, those are the headlines. Those are the headlines we have from the Punch newspaper.
Okay.
And I think we have Tosin again, trying to feel the pulse of Nigerians in Lagos City. So, hello, Tosin, please. Let's see their faces and hear their voices. I mean, this is voice of the people.
I'm still here live in Ikeja, under bridge, here in Lagos, the commercial capital of the country. And I'm still trying to get reactions of people. What in the news this morning? And I'm here with, what's your name, sir?
Mr. Additional Akim.
Mr. Deshino, what interests you in the news this morning?
You know a lot. We have the Supreme Court will be delivering judgment on the election in Kano, Lagos, and we'll be delivering judgment on an election in Lagos, Kano, and Plateau. You see, the problem is this. Why should we allow court to be determining the winner of our election? we are still lacking behind when it comes to the issue of election. We should allow people to choose their leaders, and if election is conducted, a winner must emerge, but not an issue where matter will be taken to court. It is the court that will determine a winner. We have not even got it right when it comes to the issue of election, and that's just my concern. We cannot just continue to allow the court. If it is the court that, then why are we wasting money on election? If it is the court that will determine who will be the winner of an election, it's because we are not doing things properly, and that's why we are in this mess, and that's one. And the issue of this Edu Gate, you see, is another area of concern. Is, to me, I see it as a distraction, a kind of state managed. Nothing will come out of it. That's just it. They are just diverting attention from the main issue, because they have not addressed the main issue, the issue of high cost of living, the issue of high cost of transportation. You can see we are not asking them to build bridges across Atlantic Ocean. That's not what we are saying. We are saying they should give us a minimum standard of living. Let us have the light. Let us have a job. Let us have a good schools. Let us have a good education, a good health system. That is just thing we are demanding. Look at the resources at their disposal, both materials and women, and they cannot be able to deliver on those little things. We are not asking too much from them. And you see, this government, I just don't know. I don't know. It's even a pity that it's happening under Tinubu that has been in opposition. Is he saying that he doesn't know what is going on before? That is not the issue. Let it be address the main issue. This one, 500 pay to private, not today. It has been, if you know the kind of corruption that's going on in this particular government, you pity this country. Therefore, all this one is just a diversion of attention. That's just my reality. It's just a diversion because nothing will come out of it. Nothing will come out of it. That's my stand.
Thank you very much, sir. And you can hear him, Lagos. Is so much concerned about the Supreme Court judgment that we are going to have today. About 8 states are going to be determining whether their governor stays or not. The Supreme Court will be determining that. And also, it's concerned about the Edu Gate. It's also concerned about the cost of living of the country. And now the president can help stabilize the economy. Back to the studio.
All right, thank you so very much, Tosin, for that one. And looking at that particular one, the man there is actually particular about the Edugate. He's saying nothing is going to come out of it. But let's just get into more papers. Quickly, let's dive into Vanguard newspaper, where the banner headline is also on Edugate. It says, APC governors Peter Obi backs Tinubu on probe. And then the subwriter there says, governors ask Nigerians to be patient as Tinubu takes final decision after investigation. As APC professionals support president over president's move to send strong signals to government officials. Also still on the subwriter, don't spare anybody, Peter Obi tells Tinubu. And then above the nameplate there, you see, no grief for anybody, lawyers fault police. Cautions as army adopts slogan to fight insurgents. Now that is a very, very interesting one. Still there above the nameplate there, you find on 2024 budget, how we settled for 800 naira to a dollar exchange rate. That's coming from the federal government. Also, you find there above the nameplate, you find Nigeria can't make progress without true federalism. Who is saying that? Obong Atta has that to tell us. All right, still giving you stories there at the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. New bank CEOs boost confidence. This is coming from NECA and, of course, Ask Phoebe, analyst coming to clear the airways there. And then on attacks, Governor Alia bars local government chairman from leaving domains. On the alleged 6 billion naira fraud, ex-power minister Agunloye gets 50 million naira bail. Okay. All right. Still give you more on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. 32-year-old bank staff commits suicide over harsh economy. That really is a sad one. And then Owe Lekamfa, yeah? Okay, has an editorial there. And then on sports, AFCON 2023, another injury scare for Super Eagles as Umar Sadiq misses training. Well, that's about it for the Vanguard newspaper. I honestly want to talk about this part where the security agencies came out to say, we started with it this morning anyways, where the police is cautioning Nigerians to not use those words. And then the lawyers are coming. The lawyers are coming for them. So I think every citizen have the right to how they express themselves. I mean, coming to tell them, look, this part of you expressing yourself is bad or faulty.
I mean, every year, each religious gathering get to have their slogan for the year.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's the reason why Nigerians have decided to have our own slogan for the year.
I think that's like a street coin. No grief for anybody. So street credibility is still what it is.
Well, I don't have a problem with it. As I said earlier, the only issue here is it being taken out of context.
Yeah.
There's the fear that it might be taken out of context where, young people can resort to violence in the name of no grief for anybody. I think that's the fear of the police. But to now make it into to now say that people should not use it as I don't think.
But then
somebody
can we just look at it in its totality, right? If some persons are saying no grief for anybody, don't you think is an act of saying, I'm tired already, and then you're still pushing me, and then I want to react, and then I think I should react. Do you understand? I mean, that's what I feel anyway.
You know what?
All right, then.
Let's leave it as it is. Moving on to Daily Independent this morning.
I think we should just, because of time, we should just wrap the show up. Wrap this part.
Oh my God, Moses wants to go home already. Why?
We should wrap the newspaper review up and get into the proper discussion for today. All right. We do have for this morning. It will be
There's a lot to talk about this morning.
Yes, there is a lot to talk about.
I mean, the fact that fingers are crossed as the Apex Court delivers judgment on 7 governors on their fate today. Let's discuss this when we return.